Hello and welcome to Kirsty's Kitchen, the cooking show that nobody asked for. Literally not one person asked. But I do what I want. And it's a very cold day today. I'm going to make my mum's chicken pie recipe. It's my absolute favourite. So I thought I'd bring you along and you might want to make it also. Okay, so first we're going to start with some olive oil. A little sprinkle of that. And we're going to brown up some onion. This is just one large onion. Put that in there. I feel so fancy with my little bowls. Okay, I turned the exhaust off because it's too fucking loud, so just don't worry about that. But I put in a little bit of garlic. I didn't have any real garlic. I forgot to get garlic, so we used garlic granules, but don't tell anyone. But now I'm going to put in the diced chicken breasts. This is about 3 large chicken breasts. I chopped every inch of fat off because that is gross. So you might not need that many. So while we're waiting for the chicken to brown up, now is the time you have a fridge cigarette. Apparently that's what this is called. I don't smoke, but I reckon it'll probably be something like this. Okay, now the chicken and onion has browned up pretty nicely, so I'm going to throw in some veggies. You can use whatever vegetables you want. I'm just going for the ones that I like because I'm very fussy when it comes to veggies. I don't like many at all. I don't really like carrot. I only really like green veggies and corn. So I'm just using some peas and some beans and yeah, some corn. Okay, now that all the veggies are in, I'm going to add in some chicken salt. Not chicken salt. Chicken stock. As I mentioned earlier, this is my mum's recipe. She would never use fancy chicken stock. She would just use water. And honestly, I would use water too if I wasn't trying to be all fancy and shit. But for the sake of this video, we're going to use some chicken stock. So we're going to put that in. I think we're probably going to need most of it because we want it to cover up the veggies. So while that is cooking in the chicken stock, I'm going to add in some curry powder. I use Keen's curry powder because it's the best. I don't really know how much. I just sort of judge it by the taste and the colour. So we'll stir that in first.
Smells good.
Oh, fucking scared shit out of me. Fucking hell. I'm trying to make a cooking show here.
Yeah, good on you.
Still, just got to deal with what I've got to work with.
And
Anyway, back to me. We're going to put a little bit more curry powder in because we want it to have a little bit of bite, I guess you'd call it. And I don't even really like spicy stuff, or hot, whatever you call it. So I think that's a good amount. I am not a huge salt person. If this was my mum making this, she'd be like, throw the salt in, throw it in. But, yeah, I don't know, I just don't really like salt. So I just put a little bit in to taste. So I brought this up to the boil, and now that's cooked, we're going to just bring it down to simmer. And I'm going to add in some cornflour paste that I made up to thicken it up a little bit. So just put that in there. I don't measure anything, I just wing it and hope for the best, and hope it hasn't been too much, and add more if you need it. Okay, so that has thickened up quite nicely. So it's pretty much done, but before I take it off, I'm just going to give it a little taste test and see if it needs anything else. Good taste test. Cool. Well, good. Don't need anything. That's done. I'm going to let that to go over to the side to cool down because we don't want to put that boiling hot into the pastry. It'll make it a sloppy mess. So while our chicken pie filling is cooling down, I've got some potato going on for mashed potato. Normally I would just do potato as mashed potato, but because this is my mum's chicken pie recipe, I've got to have pumpkin in the potato because my mum always puts pumpkin in her mashed potato, and we always had it like that with the chicken pie. So it's got to be that way for this mash. Okay, so while the potato is cooking, I've greased up these pie pans, and we're going to put the bottom puff pastry in the bottom. This is something I do very different to my mum as well, but I'm going to put the bottom piece in first and just cook that up a little bit in the oven so that I like to get a nice crispy base before I put the mixture in and then put the top sheet of pastry on. Okay, so I've laid in my base puff pastry. I'm not too worried about what it looks like. It's going to get covered with the chicken pie filling and we're going to put it into the oven. I preheated it about 220 degrees. So let's whack it in. Okay, so this is the part of the recipe where I put my dressing gown on, put my hair up, get comfy, because I can only do normal people clothes for so long. Potatoes are boiling their tits off back there. We've got the pie bases out. They're looking nice and crispy. Is that the word, crispy? I don't know. So, as I thought, I have enough mixture for 2 pies, which is amazing. If you're following this recipe, you don't have to make 2 pies. You can actually use the leftover mixture for like curry chicken and rice or something like that. Yeah, otherwise make 2 pies, get nice and fat like me. Okay, so I've got my top pastry on. I've just done a random pattern. If I had more time I'd make it look a lot more prettier. It's going to do an egg wash now on here. Voila, they're ready to go back in the oven. Mary fucking Stewart, eat your heart out. Is that her name? Mary Stewart? Martha Stewart.
Mary Stewart.
So sister. It's Martha's sister. Oh. So while the pies are back in the oven, I'm going to mash the potato now. I like to put the potato and pumpkin back into the pot after I've drained it and put it on a low heat just to evaporate any leftover water. Then I'm going to throw in some butter and some salt and give it a good mash. Have a look at this, would ya? Have a look at this. About done myself. Look at that buttery, flaky, crispy
Buttery,
crust.
flaky, crispy crust. Yum, yum, yum.
No tomato sauce, sorry, Dal. What are you going to do? Rightio, taste test. Bit too much pumpkin in the potato, but I wanted to use it all up.
No such thing.
That's going to be hot.
Mmm.
Good? Have you tasted it yet, so? Mm-hmm. Any good? Yeah?
So good.